In today's short video, I actually have some news to bring you regarding Karura and Moonriver, which if you're not aware of, you're going to find out in today's video, of course. But if you follow these peeps on Twitter, you probably already know this. So this is mostly for people that don't check Twitter often, don't follow the right people maybe, and simply watch my videos just to get the latest news from the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem. So let's get straight in and talk about, first of all, on Subviz.io, the app which has been created by the Karura and Akala developers in order to facilitate the information regarding the Kusama parachain auctions and of course the Polkadot parachain auctions when they're going to launch at some point, probably in a couple of months, I think, by the way things are going. But yeah, as we can see here, the third auction is currently underway and Shiden is the current winner at the moment. We still got 4 days and 16 hours to go before the auction actually closes. And what I actually found interesting is that on Kusama, the auctions do run for the entire 7 days. They don't run only for like say a couple of days and then could end at any point. So it is different, like the whole process is different on Kusama, but on Polkadot is not going to be the case. On Polkadot it could end at any point. So here at least, or maybe it's going to be the same on Kusama, and maybe they're only doing it like this for the top 5. Once the top 5 successfully bond as parachains, then they're likely going to go into the normal mode as a candle auction should be, right? I think this is a speculation from my side, and this could be the reason why we need to wait the full amount of hours and days before we see the auction end. So yeah, you can see here Shiden Network has no competitor at the moment. Of course, if we go to polka.js, and we can see the same information here under the auction section, Shiden Network is the latest one with the bids here. You could see the different values here and the different blocks. But actually what I want to talk about in today's video that I want to focus on is in relation to Karura. So we're finally gonna get some good news. Well, we got some good news and we're finally gonna see better news next week. So actually, if you go to the Karura official Twitter page here, you can't actually get this information. But if you follow Betty Chen, who's one of the co-founders of Karura and Akala, and you go to her Twitter page, she actually posted 5 hours ago that the token distribution will be next week. You can also check the rewards on the website, which I've mentioned in a previous video. Again, you can just click on distribution.akala.network and you can find out what you're entitled to get for your contributions during the parachain auctions or the crowd loan. And also more information. Pseudo will also be removed. The pseudo key will be removed, which means the power is in the hands of the holders, as we've seen with other projects within Substrate or the Polkadot or Kusama ecosystems, where it's all about the proposals, right? The development team or anybody contributing to the project can submit a proposal. That proposal then gets approved by the council if it's a good proposal, and then the community can vote by locking their tokens for that specific network. In this case, it's Karura. So you'll need to hold some Karura to be able to vote, and you could have you could use voting power and so on. I've done a dedicated video at some point in the past where I explained how that works. I think I've even mentioned that in the famous Polka.js web wallet tutorial, the 2021 version, which should pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen if you haven't already watched it. So yes, we're finally gonna get the tokens, the KOR tokens that we've contributed with, for the Kusama we've contributed with during the crowd loan that Karura has had. And again, Karura has probably had the best crowd loan out of all the crowd loans so far, just because of their bonus structure, right? They had the early bird bonus for 3 days, like 10%, and then the referral bonus with 5%, so 15% extra KOR given to every person contributing early. So that was awesome, and there's no wonder why so many people have bid, and over 500,000 KSM has been bid for Karura. And I think Akala is going to follow a similar model. There's going to be some kind of early bird bonus and so on. So you got to be prepared. If you miss the Karura one, you'll still have a chance when they list on exchanges, and then you'll have a better chance with Akala to take part in that crowd loan if you hold DOT, of course. So yes, I'm really looking forward to this. I know many people have been asking this question in the Karura community on Telegram. When will they get the tokens that have been contributed, or sorry, where will they get the tokens for their Kusama contributions during the crowd loan? And it's gonna be next week. Finally. I'm super hyped about this too, because now I'm looking forward to seeing which exchanges are going to list Karura. We have speculated on this channel in the price prediction video that I did for Karura, which should pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen, by the way. that it's very likely that Binance and also Kraken are going to list Karura. I'm pretty certain about Kraken because they have been supporting the parachain auctions. We don't know when Binance are going to do it, but I do expect Binance to be also list Karura very soon. And finally, I want to talk about Moonbeam here, Moonriver, of course. Now, Moonriver doesn't actually have, or they do actually have a Twitter page, because I thought they didn't have a Twitter. They do actually have a Twitter account here, you can see. I'm not actually following them on Twitter. I thought it's just Moonbeam, basically posting the updates for Moonriver, because it is the Canary network, but they do have a Twitter account here, so I am going to follow them there too. So let's talk about the Moonriver launch process. Okay, I have actually bid some Kusama, well, a lot of Kusama, I should say, for Moonriver, and I didn't have so many left for Shiden, unfortunately. So yes, I'm really hyped about this project. In my opinion, this is like the second best in the Polkadot ecosystem after Karura, or sorry, in the Kusama ecosystem after Karura, and then Moonbeam is like the second best in the Polkadot ecosystem after Akala. Just based on the marketing, based on the progress, based on the tech, based on what they're trying to do overall. But again, there are different types of projects. Like one of them is a DeFi. This one is focusing on smart contracts. So let's talk about this tweet here. So now after becoming the third parachain on Kusama, and again, they're referring to StateMine, which was the first common good parachain. Moonriver is currently in phase 0 and is expected to complete each phase in about 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, so now we're in phase 0, we're going into phase 1. At the end of the process, the balance transfers will be enabled and users will have full functionality of the network. So actually, if we open this image here, we can get a better view. So you can see what they're doing. We're in phase 0 at the moment, moving into phase 1, delegated proof of stake. So that's going to be phase 1, then governance, then we're going to have the removal of pseudo, just like we have with Karura, to give the power and the control in the hands of the people or the network. Basically, the token holders are going to be deciding any kind of changes that happen, and then the full launch, okay, which is going to be in phase 4. So after that, we're going to see the distribution, and likely after the distribution, the exchange listings, which is what everybody who's contributed is looking forward to. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of people that believe in the project like myself and are going to continue to hold. But even so, even as a believer, you'll still be selling some tokens in order to get that profit, to get some, maybe some KSM, some DOT, and take part in the next auctions, right? Of course, you're going to do that, right? You're not going to hold 100% of the tokens, especially if it's going to trade at a high price, because you got in early. People from the United States were not able to take part in this crowd loan, unfortunately, for Moonriver. So you've got a bit of an advantage if you're not from the US, because likely people in the US will be buying off the exchanges if they didn't find some other way to take part, of course. Because I know that some do, right? And yeah, I mean, aside from that, we're just waiting for this and seeing what it's going to be trading at. I did speculate in my price prediction video, and again, I can never be sure, right? Nobody can be sure. This is just based on the information that we've got available to us, based on other projects from the Polkadot ecosystem with a similar supply. We could speculate that perhaps Moonriver will be trading at this specific price, but again, it could be totally different, right? So again, if you want to check out the price prediction video for Moonriver I did, it should pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen. But that's it from today's video. There's nothing else to cover. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Karura? What do you think of Moonriver? What do you think of Shiden? And who are you going to bid for next after Shiden Network bonds as a parachain? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.